How we doing out there? What's good? Let's see who can name these two boxes. Let's see who can name these two boxes. I doubt anyone's gonna get both of them. Might get one. We'll see, innit? One of them used to be a laborer for my dad. That's a clue, isn't it? Isn't that a good clue? One of them used to be a laborer for my dad. I've mentioned this before, so if you're a regular, a real regular, you might know this one. You'd have to have a great memory. I'm not going to accept one boxer. You'd have to get both of them. You got to get both. You have to get both boxes. See what you can do in it. I should perhaps switch on the other device. I should probably, or maybe not. Can you hear me clearly? Hopefully so. If not, tough shit. Interesting. Terry Harper. What's her name? Is it Belter. Terry Belter Harper. What's Connor saying now? Connor doing the old sales pitch for Zuffa now. Informing us that it will be on Sky Sports. I'll drop my video on that tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Carlos Adames faces Austin Ammo Williams for the WBC World Middleweight title. I've got Carlos Adames winning. Anyone seen it any different? Yeah, I'm seeing Carlos win. Boxing fans blast Margarito over loaded glove scandal on his 48th birthday. Yeah, it was nasty work, man. Nasty work. Nassim Richardson hemmed him up, man. Nassim Richardson saved Shane that day. And Margarito took and absolute shellacking. Mosley beat the crap out of Margarito. He just hammered him, just destroyed him. That was crazy. Wow. All good. All good. I ain't staying too long now, so I'll say what I've got to say. Then I'll depart. Del Boy's got a sneaky feeling Williams might win. Adams has not been active, has not been an active champ. My head says Adams should win, but gut instinct says Amma. Yeah, that's true. The inactivity could hurt him. That could hurt him. Yeah, could do. At JB Mash says, "What's up, Beats? What's up, Del Boy? What's up, Beats? Big yourselves up, man." What else we got on the agenda? I reckon if it goes to the scorecards, yeah, if it goes to the scorecards, Matra might touch up Adamas a little bit. I mean, to do him over. You know what I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that'd be a huge upset, man. I think that'd be a huge upset, personally. Right. A little bit of a brain freeze. You know what I mean? It happens at my age. You know what I'm saying? Brain freeze. There's it. Yeah. The American. Not it wasn't John McCain. Who was the other one? It wasn't John McCain. He was the one challenging Bush. Olgies. He had the brain freezes. Oh gosh. I'm just bad. I can't remember his name. No, I was looking for some. I was looking for some receipts to do the topics for the hangout, but can't find them now. I walked off. Yeah. Maybe Eddie might stitch Adama's up, you know. Might stitch him up. It's a good fight, though. Austin Williams comes to fight, though. One thing about Austin, he comes to fight. Yeah, I think that Piero Miller fight isn't a bad fight. They both need to impress. Yeah, Piero needs to impress. He needs to impress. Then my old ass turn the heating on. I'll be back with you guys. It's getting cold in there. Apologies, apologies, apologies. Right. Can anyone name the two fighters in the picture? Anyone came close? What's up, Mohammed? What's up, Boxing Lounge? I'll name them. I'll name them at the end. You know what I mean? I'll only accept both answers though. You'll have to get both of them. One's not enough. Najee Lopez versus Manuel Gallegos on Pro Box, the fight of the year so far. Gallegos got he beat that Matchroom prospect Khalil. Cole beat him in a rematch. Diego Pacheco stopped him as well. Yeah, it was a tight fight, man. It was, yeah. Highlights. I did see the highlights. I did try and watch it live. Now I fell asleep. Now I had to come back and watch the highlights. Yeah, the hints. I'll give you a hint. One of them used to be a laborer for my dad. So at least you know what country they're from. One of them used to be a laborer for my dad. Well, you might know what country they're from. We'll see. We'll see. They're the hints. They're the hints, mate. Nope. Not Errol Christie, not Mark Taylor. Nope. Nowhere near. Not in the same stratosphere. Not even in the same stratosphere, my friend. Yeah. Have I got everything? I believe I have. Okay. Right. Everything's just taking a little time to. Every time I go stream, it seems like I get buffering issues. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. Right. The thing wouldn't unmute. Sorry about that. It just wouldn't unmute, man. No more clues. You know what I mean? If you can't get it, you can't get it. I'll give the answers late. I'm just trying to get the YouTube stream up. It's easy to control that way. Trying to get the YouTube stream up. What about George Liddard versus Tyler Denny? Anyone looking forward to that? That should be a good title. Maybe the winner might, but no, the winners will still be a little way off a world title fight. Yeah, I mean, British and Commonwealth titles. Anyone interested or load of crap, load of gobshite, load Like crap. Man, they got Conor Ben working already, boy. They got Conor Ben working for that $50 million offering. What for that? Conor do the ads already. So good. I'd do the ads all week if I was getting that kind of money. You know what I mean? You have to stop me doing the ads. Okay, found the link. Finally. Bloody hell. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Bloody hell. He's taking his time, isn't it? Just taking his time. Okay. Who do I think is the best American heavyweight? Don't know. Don't really care either, to be honest, Mark. Bruce Gass. What's up, Bruce? I've took them off the screen, so Mohammed Beats. You do love boxing, man. I will never watch a domestic level card. Okay. Richard Torres training with Bo Mack. Best American heavyweight is Wilder. Maybe not right now, but it's Wilder, isn't it? Who they got better than Wilder? Okay, he might be a bit past his sell-by, but he's the best. Anyone got a better record than Wilder? Still active? You know what I mean? Coppin, not happy Miller is on the verge of a title shot. That's if the belts still matter by the end of the year. Yeah. And we still don't know how this boxing landscape is shaping up. You know what I mean? We still don't know how it's shaping up right now, to be truthful. You got a point. All right, let me give you for another one at you guys. But I need to obscure some of it, because if I give away the name, then you get it too easy. And I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that. All right. This is a better one, because this is not old school. Let's see if you can get this one. Let's see if you can get let's see if you guys are on a pulse. This is a better one. Name this boxer. Name this boxer. His weight class. Where he's from. And what title he has. Name that boxer. I had to look it up today. I didn't know who he was. Name that boxer on the screen now. He's 22-0-1, one draw, inside the distance. American football. What's up, Bruce? Bruce Gass, and make a couple of mil a year instead of boxing. Damn, Dilbo, how did you get that? How did you get that? How the flip did you get that? He got it. This motherfucker got it. How did you get that? I think you got the name wrong, but you know who it is. Yeah, you spelt it a little wrong, but you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah, Coppen says he wants to get punched in the head for a little reward. That's a good point, man. He got it a little wrong, but I think he was basically on it. Now you got it a bit wrong. Is that how you met Del Boy? But I think you got the spelling wrong. You still haven't told me what titles though. What's the titles? Still got still. It's easy once you get the name. Let me hide the name, man. Let me hide the name for you guys. Let me hide the name. European title, yeah. European heavyweight title, yeah. European heavyweight title. Bloody hell. I wasn't expecting anyone to get that. I wasn't expecting no one to get that. I had to look him up. I had to look this guy up. I didn't know who he was. I was looking for the European heavyweight champion. Yeah, I think it's pronounced. Is it Joe High? I think it's kind of pronounced Joe High. Flip it now. I haven't seen him fight. He looks like a small heavyweight, about 6 foot. I'm saying small. He's flipping tower above me. My short ass. Yeah, Top Rank have a deal. I believe they're gonna work out another deal with ESPN. What's up, Anthony Mackin? Big up, Anthony. Good evening, all. Yeah, they got a deal with DAZN. The Sky has a deal with Zuffa. Oh, he beat Zarkozy for the European title. Forgot the Kosovan's name though until he showed it. Yeah. Is he any good? Because I still got to do a bit of research on him. Cause I don't know the European heavyweight champion. I always know, but these days, like, see all them bloody sanctioning belts, and they're killing boxing, bro. They've killed. You see, it's not just Britain. They've killed all the regional national titles, all these intercontinental silvers, regulars, all these. They've killed all our national titles. They don't understand that, do they? If you tell that to Suleiman or Mendoza, or is it Daryl Peoples, you know what I mean? They'd be in denial. But they've killed all the flipping national and regional belts. Merciless. They've murdered off the belts, man. No, Sky will not promote the Tyson Fury card. That's on Netflix, isn't it? Yeah, that's it, Ulix. They don't care as long as they get the sanctioning fees. Yeah. They get their sanctioning fees. They couldn't care less. They've literally like. And what's you know what the knock-on effect is? Yeah, is the small hall boxing is going out of business. GBM couldn't retain their contract on DAZN. Steve Goodwin, I used to go to Steve Goodwin's shows nearly weekly. He's gone. He's closed the doors on Goodwin Promotions. Yeah. That's the knock-on effect. It's serious, man. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn there bigging up belts, bigging up. And it's crazy, bro. You don't even look after the domestic belts at Eddie. And you're talking about the legacy of the sanctioning belts. It's crushed everything. Yeah, Goodwin's is folded up, Anthony. Folded up. Folded up. Yep. Small boxing dead. Goodwin's folded up. And I saw some great shows on Steve Goodwin's cards. Some really good shows. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's across the pond as well, Bruce, with you guys. All them intercontinental silvers. Like, I don't hear about the NABF title or the USBA title. When's the last time you heard of the NABF USBA title? You know what I mean? You got all these boxers fighting for IBF. Like that show on Saturday. All the flipping IBO titles on there. And I kind of like that Pierce O'Leary. Why is he fighting for an IBO belt? Why can't he fight see, it's Ben Shalom, you know, he's a SHITCUNT. Like, why do you put Adam Mazin in with Pierce O'Leary? Yeah, COVID did do a lot of damage to the small hall scene. It struggled to recover. And AJ didn't he donate money? Or was that to the amateur clubs? Ulix, he's never heard of those titles. What ones? The Intercontinentals? Yeah. If Goodwin's promotion has folded out, and yep, it shows you times have changed. Yeah. He's probably fed up working at a loss. That's probably what it is. Del Boy, he watched Richard Coleman at the York Hall against Gary Buckland. I remember that fight. I remember that. Is what he informs Anthony. Ulix, it never recovered from COVID. I've seen Wadi Camacho at the York Hall. Yeah. Wadi was okay, you know. Destroyed everything. Like, it's crazy, man. And like, I tell you what, man. You know what I realized doing it? Because I'm going to drop something about what we're talking about tomorrow. I'm going to drop it. Yeah? And I'm realizing now the only people who can save boxing is the fans. Dana, Turkey, they can't save it. Sanctioning bodies can't save it. Eddie Hearn can talk all he wants. He can't save it. Frank Warren, they can't. The only people who can save boxing is the fans. They're the only ones. Anthony says, to be fair, I always thought the York Hall shows was just a passion for Goodwin. Yeah, he was working at a loss probably majority of shows. Yeah. Coppen, he says, there's a correlation with the military and boxing. Less people are joining the military. Less people are doing boxing. The risk-reward ratio is too much in the risk factor now. Yeah, well, I mean, there's definitely apathy with joining the military. I mean, it's just not a good deal for most people now. I'm writing how they keep up the recruitment numbers. Delboy says the NABF title needs a resurgence in the USA. It feels like America doesn't have a domestic scene. It's kind of unique to the UK. Something we should be proud of, in my opinion. Definitely. But look, see, the thing is, I always knew who the European heavyweight champion was. I mean, I know Vladimir had it. Lennox won it from Jean Chaney, the Frenchman, who beat Derek Williams for it. Bugner had it. Cooper had it. Bruno had it. Bruno didn't win a British or Commonwealth. Gary Mason, did he have it? He fought Lennox, I think, for the vacant European and the British and Commonwealth titles. Yeah. And Joe Joyce, he had all three belts. Let me just widen up the screen. So I mean, I'm gonna have to go optician soon. This old age shit, man. Everything goes, High sight, everything I go. But I tell you what, right? Just dive in. See, a few years ago, yeah, at this time of the year, I wouldn't have the heating on, but now it's a necessity. It's a necessity. I wouldn't have the heating on. Copen says NABF needs to be renamed to USA title. No one's gonna dream about being the NABF champion. Yeah. Delboy says Japan actually has a decent domestic scene as well. A lot of these guys fight for the Japanese title before they move on. Yeah, I've done a piece about Derek Chisora telling Moses Atuma to fight for the British title. He told him on the video he should fight for the British, Commonwealth, and European before all this USEC talk. Copping R9. So a lot of boxers are bypassing the British title as well. Many of them. Many of them. Many of them. Bruce Gass says NABF and USBA were big in the two-belt era before interim and regular champs. Yeah. Now they're basically real minor league belts. Yeah, they are. They are, man. Like, what people don't realize is, like, Foreman versus Ron Lyle was for the NABF belt, yeah? Ali versus Fraser 2 was for the NABF belt. Yeah. Tuesday night fights in America? They used to cover a lot of USBA and NABF title fights. They used to cover quite a lot of them. You know what I mean? Good stuff, man. That's what Zuffa should have been. See, Zuffa shouldn't be doing the Zuffa belt. What they should have invested in is the NABF and USBA belts. Get them belts active. That's what they should have invested in. They shouldn't have cluttered up the shelf with more belts. You know what I mean? Ulix says there are top 10 in these domestic titles. What do you mean? Del boy, we didn't get Groves versus DeGale, Chisora versus Fury. Yet one or White versus AJ type fights in the States. When was the last time we saw up and comers fight each other before either was a world champ? Great point. You just don't see it no more. You just don't see it no more. You know what I'm saying? Them days are dead over there. Copping 09. Can't remember too many British fighters recently fighting for Euro belts. I mean, look at Ben Whittaker. Like, who is the European light heavyweight champion? See, I've got to look these things. Like, what are you talking about sanctioning belts, the legacy? All Eddie is doing is counting money, bro. It's just like, it's just as bad as the sanctioning bodies with their hands out with their sanctioning fees. You're talking about the legacy of the belts. You're doing nothing to maintain the legacy of the domestic belts. That's built your company. They built your company, them belts. Come on, man. People saying I'm an Eddie Hearn hater. I'm not an Eddie Hearn hater. How am I a hater? It's ridiculous. People bypassing the British, the Commonwealth, the European, because they could think they can get on Turkey if they slide up in these continental jobs and all these jammy belts. You know what I mean? we go. Screen's freezing. Yeah, Lyndon Arthur versus Ben Whittaker would be an excellent matchup. And they've got beef as well. That'd be an excellent matchup. Ulix just seems to be randomly domestic titles is on the line. Sorry about that. The screen's getting stuck. Yeah, I'd love to see Whittaker versus Arthur. Because Arthur's he struggled with Liam Cameron a little, who gave Ben a tough fight in the first fight. So that'd be interesting. Sorry about this. The stream is just might help. My apologies. Will this help? And he says boxing has become top heavy and a one-off event, sports spectacle. Yeah, it's just so many things that need fixing. Lennox makes me laugh. I remember people calling Beats a Hearn fanboy. I know. Yeah. Yeah, Joe Stunner. He's got Clint McKenzie. He's got one of them, but you need the other one for the. Well, you don't get nothing, to be honest, Joe. But you know what I mean, just for satisfaction that you can style on everybody in the chat. As soon as Joe Stunner hears the name, he's gonna say, "Oh man, how did I not get that?" As soon as he hears the name. I tell you what, if Joe Stunner can only get, I don't think no one else is going to get it. If he can get one of them, I don't think no one else is going to get it. Do you want me to name? If you guys submit, I'll give you the answers. The Spaniard. I think they are rematching. Yeah, that was on a Frank Warren card. He's Scottish, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he beat up, what's the guy's name again? He beat him up pretty bad. Decent fighter as well. What's his name? I forgot his name now. You said they don't want it fixed, Beats. Money is being made because of the disorder. Yeah, that's true. Ulix says Ben does not have that many bouts. Arthur may be too much for him. I tell you what, man. Arthur got decked against Bradley Ray. He got up and won that fight. I think he's past his prime, but he showed some heart and a brilliant jab. His jab was really good. Yeah. Delboy says Arthur's jab will be interesting in that fight. Yeah. His jab looked really good against Bradley Ray. Although Bradley Ray ain't got no head movement really, so it was just an easy target. You know what I mean? See, I don't even like to see Ben fight someone like Bradley Ray. What like you're fighting these offcuts for the WBC silver title. There's lots of domestic opposition. Beats, I've got one for you. He was the first NABF heavyweight champion. He lost the title to Muhammad Ali. Was Sonny Liston? He lost the title. Well, okay. So Ali won the title 3 times. Sonny Liston, George Foreman. It has to be George Foreman, yeah? It's got to be George Foreman. Has to be George Foreman. It has to be George Foreman. How can it not? Wait there. You're saying he lost to Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier. Frazier in the second fight. It's Joe Frazier. Yeah, it's got to be Frazier. It's got to be Frazier. I know that fight, man. How is it not Joe? You're saying he lost to Ali. Okay. That was for the NABF title, so it's before then. So it's before that. Joe Frazier. Oh man. No, he didn't. No. He lost the fight to Ali only fought for that NABF title. The first was the Frazier fight. Is the second Frazier fight. That's the first NABF title he fought for. So it's not Sonny. It has to be Zora Foley. Has to be Zora Foley or Ernie Terrell. It's either Zora Foley or Ernie Terrell. Zora Foley? Oh, man. This is difficult. He beat Sonny Leotis. No, it's not. No, it's Chuck. No. Chuck. What? No. He did. No. Leotis Martin. Leotis Martin beat Sonny. But Ali didn't fight Leotis Martin. He beat Sonny Liston. Leotis Martin beat Sonny Liston. He didn't fight Ali. Now you're confusing. He didn't fight. Leotis Martin didn't fight Ali, bro. When did Leotis Martin fight Ali? He didn't fight him. Bruce, man, you're messing with me. He lost the title to Muhammad Ali. That's not Leotis Martin never fought Ali, man. Big up Sylvester. All right, the answer to my one is Keith Wallace and Clinton McKenzie. Keith Wallace is Frank Warren's first champion, first boxing champion. Not Ali, but Clay. It's the same person. You do realize Ali and Clay is the same person. You guys get crazy. Sylvester, is Ben going to stay at Zuffa for multiple fights or just a one-fight deal? The details have not been announced. We'll see. I wonder if Regis Progress, 150. It's hard to speculate that Regis Progress can do anything at 150. And how old is he? 34? No, he's about 35 or something. Every time he got hit solid by Jojo Diaz, his legs were doing involuntary breakdancing, bro. I'm telling you. Every time he got hit solid. He won the vacant title from Jimmy Ellis. Oscar Bonavina. No, Jimmy Ellis beat Oscar Bonavina. Okay, the listing hint was wrong, yeah? Okay, because Leotis Martin, He knocked Liston out. Won the vacant title from Jimmy Ellis. I just can't figure this. It's a difficult one. Jimmy Ellis. Ali's sparring partner. I remember Ali beating Ellis. Joe Frazier knocked him out twice. Oh, I'll get it. Oh, it's him, yeah? What's his name again? Man, great chin. George Chuvalo, yeah? George Chuvalo. George Chuvalo. All right. Hey, that was a tough question, man. George Chuvalo. Finally, I get it. I need a bit of cokes in there. I was getting nowhere near it. The Canadian. That's one tough son of a bee, boy. George Chuvalo. That's one tough dude, bro. Mr. DL, he says the Haney fight with Progress showed how dumb he is. I tell you what, man. Devin outboxed him from the first punch to the last bell. He didn't get a stoppage, I don't know. Wow, man. Devin outboxed him. I knew that, like, I remember a few people saying that Regis was going to beat Devin. I said, no. So, what is going to happen? Is Top Rank going to replace Golden Boy? Why are they all going to join forces to try and fight off this Zuffa attack? Hmm. We shall see. Yeah. Now, Devin, I mean, moving up, he's got a little more pop. He does a little more pop. Ulix, it was Regis's coach talking so much that got some of the people fooled that Regis will beat Haney. Yeah, that's the S&C coach was talking some cash shite, wasn't he? Talking some crap, man. Didn't last long for Devin though, boy. Like, Ryan came in there, petted up. Right, huge Dave Allen potential. See, like, Dave Allen was supposed to fight for the British title. It's Jamie TKV, but now it seems like he's going for these international Matmadov Gillet Zhang selections. You know what I'm saying? That's why the belts are devalued, because as soon as Frank or Eddie have any fighters they think um, can potentially sell gates, push the viewership up a little, then they're not putting them in for the British titles. They're sending them out there for all these lower tier sanctioning belts, man. That's what they're doing. So the belts are devalued really bad right now. Yeah, man. What about John Fury, man? Fury, he had a lot to say today, innit? John Fury had a whole lot to say. John was on some interview with Spencer Oliver and the other young lady, and he was talking. What did he say? The relationship with Tyson is completely destroyed. He said he doesn't need him or his millions. He's basically throwing a hissy because Tyson opted for Sugar Hill. He's not in the camp at all. And that's why he probably went after Carl Froch at the press conference. And John is a sick man mentally. He's mentally damaged. Like, he spoke about when he came out of prison. And he seemed almost reluctant to say he was scared to come out of prison because he was institutionalized or whatnot. But he was messed up pretty bad, man. He was messed up pretty bad. He lives kind of like isolated or whatnot, but I don't know. He just put Tyson's worst moments out on the video. Spoke about how, was it for the USET rematch? Tyson broke down in tears or whatever, and he had a breakdown and put that out there. And like it's almost like he doesn't realize, man. He was over talking Sugar Hill in the corner, and he said Sugar Hill. He was very derogatory about Sugar Hill, very derogatory. I thought Spencer Oliver, in my opinion, he didn't come out roses really. I was thinking perhaps he wasn't thinking that the interview, because it was at John's house. You know what I mean? They had their shoes off. It was at John's house they were interviewing. And John just went into it. He just went deep into it, and like, maybe Tyson doesn't even care no more because he's used to it. Maybe he don't even care no more. But I was thinking maybe Spencer didn't know that the interview was going to go like how it went. But then when you see how he titled it, he was just looking for the views. He didn't just say interview with John Fury. He made sure he put where John said the relationship is completely destroyed because he wanted to obviously get the most eyes to the video. But no one's really pulled up. So, like, I mean, it's just a few weeks away before Tyson fights Makhmudov. If he is an easily distracted person, it's not really good timing, is it? Not ideal. But that's John, isn't it? That's John. Did I see the interview with Spencer Oliver and Kelly Maloney? No, I didn't see that one. I didn't see that. Kelly Maloney, you know. What kind of world are we living in? Oh, Lord of mercy. Kelly Maloney. Lord Jesus, whip, boy. Wow. Anthony says, I have no concern about John Fury whatsoever. Just a distraction, nonsensical sideshow that has nothing to do with boxing, in my opinion. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's just weird, isn't it? Just weird. Kelly Maloney, John Fury. I don't know, man. Freak show. Freak show, man. All I remember with Frank Maloney was the rematch with Anthony Thompson? Tony Thompson, yeah? Tony Thompson. David got his ass kicked again. And looked like Frank wanted to blame Lennox because he was coaching David Price. And like, they just all went pairs and then he broke down. Remember that Frank Maloney was having an interview, yeah? And he broke down in tears. That was crazy. Then a little after that, it was Kelly Maloney. Ulix, he says, no version of Arslan Bekmambetov I have seen beats any version of Tyson Fury. Well, according to John Fury, like Arslan Beck is the biggest threat to Tyson Fury ever. And he says, to be fair, he really bigs up Lennox in the interview, but he reveals a lot of anecdote. He reveals a lot of anecdotes in the interview. Right. He might big up Lennox, but you know Lennox left because he said that um, Frank Maloney basically worked for Frank. It was a conflict of interest. It was a very vague statement by Lennox. What did Yusek say about Moses? I'm not going to fight with him because he's a young guy. I don't want to break this guy. Yusek full of crap, man. Yusek full of crap. And he says, there's no way I would have thought that Maloney was struggling with identity issues for all of those years. Boy, this is mad, isn't it? This is mad. There was no real clue, was there? Was he married? I don't know. That don't mean nothing if you're married, though. Ulysses Matmadov is another wilder to me. And he says Julius Francis keeps in touch with Kelly even to this day, according to Kelly. Okay. Julius Francis. Yeah, just crazy, man. Crazy world of boxing. What's happening with X? I'm gonna close up in a minute, people. I need to get some sleep. Okay, Boxing Wave has a breakdown of Moses Atomic versus Jermaine Franklin. Interesting. Conor Ben. Will Conor Ben ever win a world title? Is what IFL TV. Depends who he fights. Depends who he fights. Yeah, they keep confirming that Boots and Zayas are in negotiations. Just announced the bloody fight, isn't it? Imagine you think anyone think Wilder could crack Chisora on the chin and take him out, because a lot of people have got Del Boy winning. Remember, just the other month they were afraid for Del Boy's health if he took on Wilder, but now they're saying Del Boy's going to walk through him. Yeah, according to John Matmadov, there's a problem for Tyson. That's according to him. Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker are bringing out the moves in training camp. Okay, what? Joseph Parker in training camp? They're all dancing in a discotheque. Tyson ain't worried about his dad. Tyson's just getting on with his life, innit? Right, they're saying negotiations are almost done for Zayas versus Jaron Ennis. Any chance that Zayas can beat Boots? Would that be a big upset? Or are we still undecided about Jaron Ennis's boxing ability? Okay, so Miller versus Perot is an eliminator for the WBA heavyweight title. Oh man, Jerome Miller could get a crack at the heavyweight title. Mm-mm. Little boozy and some hot water now. Clarissa Shields talking about how she can beat up dudes, yeah. And then she reckons the guy had something in his gloves. Yeah, it's called a fist. That's what he had in his gloves. It's called a fist. Okay. Ulick says Boots has issues with movers. Anthony says, "Hey Boots, did you see the news about Afro Man? Absolutely hilarious. What was the story about? I didn't get to actually clock the story." Yeah, she said she went to the car to get a knife. I'm like, flipping hell, man. Ulix, he says he has Del Boy winning. He'll be at the event. Okay. Lennox, he says, Connor is proof that Eddie may be the greatest promoter of our day. Lennox doesn't think Connor will win a belt. Tell you what, if you'd fought Barris before Ryan fought him, he would have won the belt. I think he could beat, what's his name? Lewis Croker. Could beat Lewis Croker. Okay. And we met Maloney on a train. He said Scott Harrison was going through some legal issues at the time. But Scott Harrison went for a whole lot, man. How are you going to get knocked out because you tried to fight a guy and you got chinned and you're going to go for a knife? It's crazy, man. Clarissa Shields. She's a nutter, man. She's wild. Anthony says police officers who raided his home in 2022 tried to sue for $3.9 million for using home security footage. Some of them raiding his home in a music video for a song he did about it. Okay. What he did about what? Because I don't know what the charge was. Let me read that. He raided his. Oh, for using home security footage of them raiding his home. I didn't actually get a chance to catch up the story. I couldn't stand that song he had though, because I get high. Couldn't stand it. Caroline Dubois says she's going to smash Alicia Baumgartner's face. You better focus on Terry Harper, on shredded Terry. You know what I mean? Terry looking all shredded up. That's not a monkey. How you got a tail that long? That's a pygmy monkey. Oh, he made a song mocking the police who raided his home. What did they raid it for? Ganja, because that's what the song was about, yeah? There's Boston ammo all up in Carl Saddam's grill. Robert Garcia don't give a damn about what you say about his relationship with Zuffa. See, I address it in the video, man. Like, the Muhammad Ali Act let Robert Garcia and his brother down pretty bad, but I won't sell out too much of it because it's in the video tomorrow. I mean, I've got it detailed. That Sebastian Fundora tells the ring he wants to face Virgil Ortiz on the undercard of Canelo's return in September. You know, you got to beat Keith Thurman first. You know, long ass. Lesson of the day: never drop your guard. Let's see who gets dropped here. Oof, the girl knocked him out, but she flatlined him. Leg kick. Good kick, boy. She flatlined him with that leg kick. Never drop your guard. Rule number uno. Some bad girl out there, though. That's not AI, man. She took his head off with that kick. She took his head off. Mm-mm. Mama's going fast, but interpreter has to earn his money to catch up Carlos Adamas. And we've got Jerry Miller versus Linear Perot. Perot's in his face, bro. Perot's in his face. The Cuban's in his face. Jerome Miller, what's he done with his hair? He's stuck another piece on there? Or is he about the same height? Okay, let's see. Decent match though. Hopefully Miller can force the Cuban to come out of his shell a bit and get a good fight. 2005. Okay. The toupee really made Jerome Miller win the fight. Is that what I'm saying? Ed Jerome doing a little double act here. Who would have won? Barry McGuigan or Nassim Hamed? It's a good question. It's a good fantasy fight. Who would have won? Hmm. I don't know. Um, a lot of people are gonna say Nassim, but depends, man. Barry was very physically strong, man. Very physically strong. If you walk onto one of them uppercuts, then it's a different thing. What's this Manosphere film about? It's on Netflix, isn't it? So I ain't too bothered about it. Allegations of guns and drug trafficking. Mm-mm. Ulix, he says he remembers Afro Man punching a woman in the face, climbing on stage and dancing on him, and he returned to playing his instrument like nothing happened. Oh, I remember that. I do remember that. Anthony reckons Nassim hits too hard for Barry. Barry hit hard as well, though. Barry hit pretty hard himself. Barry very physically strong. You know what I mean? I don't know. It'd be interesting, man. Pride McGuigan who fought Pedroza. Be interesting. Yeah, man. Okay, Mr. DL. Basically, it's a democracy into Andrew Tate's disciples. Okay. Okay, and he says Barry's folding. He gets folded up, yeah? Like a deck chair. Be a good fight, though. It's been a great occasion. I'll give you a better matchup, though. What about Nassim Hamed and Azuma Nelson? Huh? What about that one? At 126. Nassim Hamed, Azuma Nelson. Who wins that? wins that? I tell you what, man. Pierce Morgan, 126. He started at. No, I think he actually fought. Did he fight a super bantam? I think did he fight Bill Castro for the super bantamweight title that he moved up? Let me check actually, because he beat Bill Castro for the European title. That might have been a super bantam. Let me check. All right, let's have a look. How did he put on so much weight? And he's like flipping out. He put on so much weight, man. Prince Nassim. Ridiculous. Yeah, he started as a bantamweight, didn't he? Wasn't even a super bantamweight. He was just a European bantamweight champion. Yeah, I remember that. Then he moved up to feather. He moved up to feather. A lot of his fights were at feather. In fact, he moved up just before he challenged for the world title against Steve Robinson. Yeah, 140. He started at 114. He debuted against Ricky Beard at 114. Okay, interesting. And he says the problem with Nas was keeping him focused outside the ring. Could you imagine how many seats they would need for Nas versus Warrington? Says Mr. Deal. Mr. Deal says the South Asian food hits different. And he says Nas these days is just a belly with legs. He put on so much weight, man. How did he put on that? Was it? Maybe did he take someone's life in the car crash? Maybe he just never got over that. Maybe that's what it was. I don't get. I don't get it. You look at him there; he's unrecognizable. Weight problems, man. Let me see if there's any information on how he got that big. They reckon he was 35 pounds overweight, 8 weeks out before he fought Barrera. Is that true though? Could be. They seem to be explaining it here in the Daily Mirror. How he put the weight on. Right, let's have a look. Prince Nassim has well and truly been enjoying life since he retired at 28. That's really young to retire, man. Okay, so his brother revealed back in 2022, Ali, that the weight gain was due to stress over a 12 million family feud. The weight is a result of trauma and stress. He turned on himself and has just eaten and eaten. They say that he gave his parents an unknown sum to invest in property, which is appreciated to being worth around 12 mil. And then, what happened? Okay, and he says he believed he was entitled to the sum following the death of his mother in 2020. The siblings argued at the time that it was a gift and that it should be split. Hamid has a rather estranged relationship with his siblings after a brutal falling out. Ali said he's being greedy. The more you eat in life, the more hungry you are. Before adding, so much of his wealth was pissed up a wall, including buying the biggest mango farm in Yemen. That is all now dead and disheveled. Um, okay. I still haven't seen the film. I just can't motivate myself to watch it. I don't know why. I was just the trailer just didn't look impressive to me. No, Bam too small for a flipping Nas, man. Bam is a super fly. No, Nas broke up Bam, bro. Bam getting knocked out. Yeah, I think he has PTSD from the car accident, Anthony. Yeah, that landed him in prison. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people turned on him. Yeah. Mm-mm. Boxing's a tough sport, though, isn't it? Like keeping your sanity together. Like him, Fury, and all of them. Right. I'm gonna bid you guys good night. It's been a good hangout. Peaceful one, you know what I'm saying? Just slow pace something. Hopefully, catch you guys up on the fight Saturday, or maybe even do a hangout tomorrow. You never know. See how it goes. Peace.